This is exactly how I would break into the GovTech industry if I were to start over today. For context, I've been in this industry for the past 15 years, and I got into this industry at 16 years old without even really trying. So if I was able to get into this industry at 16 with no high school diploma and only one certification, you can definitely do it too. Throughout my GovTech career, I was able to make a lot of money, but I made most of the money in the later half of my career, and I made over $1 million by being in GovTech, and most of it was tax-free. I've also helped hundreds of people land six-figure jobs in GovTech. Literally everywhere I go, people are coming up to me on the street saying, "Oh my God, you changed my life." So there's so many people that I've helped break into this industry and just tech in general over the past 2 to 3 years. I've literally done it all when it comes to GovTech. I've worked in the States, I've worked overseas, I've been a radar software engineer, I've been a field radar system engineer, I've lived in Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan. So I have literally seen it all, and I was able to do it all with literally no guidance whatsoever. And I was able to go from a level 1 engineer to a level 4 engineer in just 3.5 years in my career. While I was overseas, I received awards and gold coins for my achievements that I made while working on my different programs. I worked on UAV systems, I worked on different radars, so I literally have seen it all. So it's fair to say that after all this time in the GovTech industry, I know a thing or two about the industry and how you can break into it and land six-figure roles. And if I were to go back in time and do it all over again today, this is exactly how I would do it. The first thing that I would do is focus on tech certifications. I wouldn't even go to college, honestly. And the reason why I say that is because, like I said earlier, I got into the GovTech industry at 16 years old. So let's just rewind back so we can discuss how I was able to do this. I literally fell into this industry because in my school district, we had a vocational school that allowed us to get different tech certifications. You could do HVAC, you could do nursing. There were a bunch of different vocational skills that you could learn at this school. So I decided to do one of the easier tech classes because I did not enjoy regular school at all. All I cared about was playing basketball and playing video games because that's what I was good at. So once I found out that I could go to this vocational school, I could just focus on doing worksheets, listening to my iPod and things like that, and not have anybody worrying about me and making me do more work or go to classes I had no interest in going into. That's why I wanted to go to this school. So while being at this vocational school, I was able to get my CompTIA A+ certification at 16 years old. And shortly after that, I was also able to land my very first GovTech internship. So that's how I fell into this industry, and that's definitely where you want to start at. Knowing the right tech certifications to get is key to breaking into the GovTech industry. In this industry, tech certifications are worth gold. They are a requirement to work on different government systems. So if you get the right ones, they allow you to get your foot in the door. So if you're brand new and you want to get into GovTech, the first tech certification that I would think about is the CompTIA Security Plus certification. This certification is going to help you get roles that are high paying, and it's going to help you move throughout your career much faster. Once you get this certification, it's really up to you on how you decide to go in your career, whether you want to focus on cybersecurity, cloud engineering, network engineering, or if you want to just go into doing anything else, or if you want to do like I did and go overseas, you could do that as well with the Security Plus certification too. So without having the right tech certifications, trust me, most likely you will not get into GovTech. So do not skip this step. You need to get your Security Plus. After you get your Security Plus certification, then you need to start looking for roles that will actually sponsor you for a US government security clearance. So you have to be a US citizen to get a government security clearance, and there are thousands of roles out there that are sponsoring for these clearances, but most people just have no idea where to find them at. So to find these different roles, you can go on to usajobs.gov, you can go on to clearancejobs.com, or you can go directly to the government contractor websites. The key phrase that you want to look for is must have ability to obtain US government security clearance. Once you find these roles, you need to make sure that your resume is up to par, or the recruiters, they're just going to throw your resume right out. So get your resume right, get your LinkedIn right, and start applying to jobs after you get your Security Plus and have everything else ready to go to start hitting the GovTech job market. The hardest part about the GovTech industry, once you get your foot in the door in the GovTech industry, literally the sky is the limit. If you want to maximize your income in the GovTech industry, this is exactly how I would do it. I would focus more on cybersecurity cybersecurity roles and becoming an expert in Red Hat Enterprise Linux. This operating system is super important in the GovTech industry. Literally all of the government systems run on Red Hat Enterprise Linux. So the earlier you learn this, the better you are in your career, because it's going to allow you to work different roles that a lot of other people don't even know about. So once you continue to build your cybersecurity and Linux skills, I would also focus on the top cybersecurity tools that they use in the government space. Some of those tools are Nessus, Splunk, SolarWinds, and then also looking at McAfee HBSS tools. If you learn the tools that they use in the government systems, you will be pretty much good to go. And you can learn a lot about these different tools literally just by going to look at the job descriptions. So if you go look on either ClearanceJobs or the government contractor websites, the job descriptions tell you exactly what tools they're looking for. And most of the common cybersecurity tools that they're looking for are not that difficult to learn. And the best thing about the GovTech industry is that they do a lot of on-the-job training. So even if you've never worked on a specific system before, they don't expect you to know everything, because if you haven't been in the military, which you don't need to go to the military to go into this industry, how else would you have experience with this system? So don't worry about not knowing everything. Just focus on having the right skill set. The next thing I would do is focus on getting higher tier certifications that will allow you to get higher paying roles. So the next type of certifications that you could get is the CompTIA CYSA Plus. You could also look at the Certified Ethical Hacker certification. And then once you hit 5 years of experience, the CISSP certification is the one to get. That certification will unlock so many doors for you. So once you get that CISSP certification, trust me, you'll be able to write your own checks. Whatever price you want when it comes to these salaries, you'll be able to get it because the CISSP is highly respected in the GovTech industry. Once you start moving up in your career, you really want to focus on standing out, being a leader, and focusing on job hopping. Job hopping is really how I was able to really increase my income in a short amount of time. So I was able to go from a $72,000 salary to a $225,000 salary just by job hopping. So there is a lot of job stability in this career. So you shouldn't worry about job hopping or anything like that, because the fact that you will have the experience, the clearance, and you will have skills that everybody is looking for, recruiters will be reaching out to you all the time. So if you focus on being super aggressive with your career and doing a job hop every 12 to 18 months, there's no way that you wouldn't maximize your salary. Now, hearing about all of these steps might sound complicated, but I literally walk you through this inside of my GovTech career blueprint. I walk you through all of the different careers that you can get into without a degree in GovTech, security clearances, career mindset and productivity, how to apply to GovTech jobs, how to do your resume and LinkedIn, and your interview prep that you need. So this is literally everything that you need all in one place in a concise way. And that is the exact step-by-step process on how I would get into GovTech as a complete beginner, all the way through landing your first GovTech six-figure role. If you follow every single step in this video to a T, I promise you, you will see results and you will land a role in GovTech. But doing this alone is clearly easier said than done. Without knowing how to navigate the GovTech industry and all of the different jargon and lingo, and how you can get your own government security clearance without joining the military, and just navigating your whole career, it is a lot of steps to go through. And with everything I've given you, you really have two options. You can do it alone and you'll probably face a lot of problems along the way, or you can decide to work with me and I can help you land your first role in GovTech. If you decided to go with the second option, just click the link in the description below to learn more, and also check out the video on the screen to learn more about how to get through the GovTech hiring process fast.